Germany would charge you around $2,000 for this particular watch. Now, of course, there is a level of prestige that comes with owning a pilot's watch from Germany, but for you Microbrand enthusiasts out there, this one will absolutely scratch that itch. This watch is offering a Sinn 104 experience for under $500, both in design and specifications. And after browsing the internet for a little bit, there's not a lot of watches offering this package for this kind of price. This is the Rivelta Metro Dive 04. Now there are 3 other colorways in the lineup you can choose from. The Metro Dive 01 features a black bezel with a grey dial and a steel case. If you want that ultimate stealth look, then the Metro Dive 2 is probably the one to go for with the all black construction. It's got a black dial, black bezel and a black case. The Metro Dive 3 is probably the most boring of the lineup because that one features your bog standard black dial, black bezel but stainless steel case. Now what makes this version slightly different than the others is that this is the only one that comes with a stainless steel bezel. Where the others feature a ceramic bezel insert, this one features a brushed steel one instead, which I personally think suits the style and the vibe of this watch much better. All 4 versions though do come in at the same price at $458 with free worldwide shipping. Now although I am calling this a Sinn 104 alternative, there are definitely some differences between this and the Sinn. The shape of the case between the two is completely different. The Rivelta features a completely different handset than the Sinn, and even the bezel markings are different on this particular watch. The main comparison really comes with them both being a very similar style, a pilot style watch that's got dive watch specifications, but it's more so at a glance that you can see the similarities between the two. This watch comes with the Miyota 9015 movement, which is an automatic caliber that has hacking seconds and manual winding. You can expect a roughly 42-hour power reserve with this movement, and you get 28,800 vibrations per hour. Now this watch comes with a completely stainless steel case, and I'm super happy that Rivelta decided to just brush it all, right? No polishing on this watch whatsoever. Combine that with the very harsh angles of the lugs and the case sides, and I just think this watch has a real tool watch vibe that you don't see from many other watch brands, especially around the price point. Now because this is a pilot's watch, we don't have a dive time unidirectional bezel. Instead, Rivelta have gone for a bi-directional countdown timer bezel instead. So instead of the bezel going 5, 10, 15, 20, it counts down the hours instead of counts up. Now this is the same type of bezel that you'll find on the Tudor Pelagos, for example, because it's said by military personnel that this is actually an easier bezel to time with. The idea with this one is that you put your hour hand on the amount of minutes that you want to time, and then once the minute hand hits the triangle, that's the countdown over. Now the bezel action on the watch is pretty decent. It's not the best, but it's good enough for the price. Now this watch does come with a slightly domed sapphire crystal. It's only slightly domed, and it does feature some blue AR on the underside, and that's where you can see my light here looking blue. That's not a blue light, that's the AR making it look blue. Now one area I think people are going to be very happy is with the size of this watch, because it comes in at a fan favorite 39mm. And with the lug to lug being a nice compact 46mm, this is going to be a size that works for a lot of people. The thickness, including the ever so slightly domed sapphire crystal, is 13mm, and the lug width on this watch is 20mm. Now thanks to those 20mm lugs and the monochromatic colour scheme, this watch is going to be an absolute strap monster. Leather straps, rubber straps, NATO straps, it's going to eat them up for breakfast. Now the supplied strap is a nylon that is leather backed. Now this strap is actually pretty good quality. I do have one complaint, that it's really stiff out of the box. Also, it's always nice to see drilled lugs, so quick strap changes, easy. Now we do have a screw down crown and case back, giving us a fantastic 200 meters of water resistance, and that is the feature that is making this watch stand out at this price point. You won't find many pilot's watches featuring a 200 meter water resistance rating with an external bezel. There are pilot's watches out there that have 200 meters, but a lot of them don't have this dive watch look, and I think Rivelta have spotted that gap in the market, and that's why they decided to make this watch. Another area where I think Rivelta could have done slightly better is with the loom. The hands have decent loom, and the big triangle on the bezel lights up nicely, but I'm just really disappointed that they didn't fill the numerals with loom too. I mean, they're big, they're white, they're painted, they could have just loomed them. You do still get loom on the hour markers around the dial, but why didn't they just put loom on the numerals too? It was so easy. Now I think this is a very good looking watch, and I think Rivelta have nailed that tool watch vibe. The combination of the brushed angular case and that basic dial design is gonna make this one a fan favorite, I'm sure, because let's be honest, boring watches like this are usually the ones that are super popular. I also enjoy how the hands of the watch are black around the edges. It absolutely makes the white in the hands pop out the dial, and makes this watch feel like a timing instrument, if you know what I mean. Because typically those black painted surfaces would be polished steel, and that would somewhat take away from the insane tool watchy nature that this watch has going on. The watch wears well, it feels super masculine, and Rivelta have made a pilot's watch that feels like a tool that can withstand the rigors of everyday life. And if you do like the look of this watch, then go and check out the Rivelta website linked in the description, and go and check out the 3 other colours that they do too. I was very tempted by the grey dial one. Check it out. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, then make sure you do. Also, give the video a like while you're down there, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.